Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Colin at Black Dog Outdoor Sports. Fall is here, which means so is upland bird hunting season. So upland birds, what am I talking about? I'm talking about pheasant, grouse, and woodcock predominantly. Pheasant are non-native, so they are imported and then raised from eggs, chicks, and then put out typically on state land or in preserves. Grouse and woodcock are native here. Woodcock are a migratory bird, so they will travel. So depending on weather conditions and time of year, you may or may not run into woodcock. So where do we go to hunt? New York State DEC, state land. Lots of that in New York State. If you visit their website, I'll put their link below. They will have lots of places for you to hunt. Certain locations during certain times of year, they do stock birds, which is available for us to go and hunt. And then pheasant preserves, which are private properties that raise birds and then organize hunts and trips. Really, really cool. So I'll put a couple of those in the description box as well. So other than where to go, gear to use or gear to have, shotgun is going to be probably the number one most important thing. So any of the gauges are going to work, 12, 24, 10, 28, doesn't matter. We want to use a choke that is going to allow the shot to spread out so that we have a better chance of hitting those closer targets and as they're obviously flying and moving. So a modified choke is going to be the choke of choice, somewhere in that modified. So there's three chokes to really focus on. There is full choke, modified choke, and cylinder bore choke. So those are the three. We want somewhere in between. So what kind of shot? Well, you can use steel or we can use lead. I would say the size of shot would determine or depend on the size of the bird we're after. If you're after grouse and pheasant and they're in thick terrain like we have behind us, we want a larger projectile so it has more mass and energy to go through that brush and hit that bird. So I would say a 6 or 7 would probably be sufficient. If we're looking at woodcock, they're a much smaller bird. We don't want to over penetrate that. So we're going to go with like a 7.5 or 8 shot. All right. So now we've talked about guns, chokes, and ammo. Dogs are an important thing to have while upland bird hunting. There's two types of dogs. There's retrievers and there's flushing dogs. You can use one or you can use both. So I grew up in a family with labs. Labs typically are a retrieving dog, although if they're trained properly, they can act as a flushing dog as well. So a flushing dog, like a pointer, is going to find the scent of that bird, track it down, and then stand on point, locating where the bird is before it takes off and flies or then runs. The hunter would approach, flush the bird, shoot the bird, and then the retrieving dog would go find where the bird has landed and then bring that back. So using multiple dogs is pretty awesome. Okay, dog safety. Dogs are on the ground. Birds are on the ground. Birds are going to fly from the ground up. So when we do see a bird, we want to make sure that we're scanning the area looking for our dog because we obviously don't want to shoot our dog. We don't want to shoot each other, and we want to basically put some sky between the ground and where we're going to break that bird or shoot that bird if you are. So make sure that you're not shooting too low for the safety of your dog and the safety of each other. On safety, we have to wear blaze orange. So this is not a fashion statement, but it's important gear to have. So the best spot really to be seen is going to be our head because it's at the top of the high grass or the top of the brush. So having a good blaze orange cap is going to be important for us. So just a regular ball cap is a good thing to have. There's totally no right one or wrong one to use as long as it's orange and you can be seen. If it's cold weather, these are really cool. These are made by Stormy Cromer. They are a wool hat or a waxed canvas hat. They have drop-down ear folders. They come insulated. They're really sharp, lifetime warranty. They're awesome. So we have a couple of these in stock. So now, other than our head, we want to have orange on our body so that, again, we can be seen by other hunters so that we know where we are in line. When we're traveling through the field or on the edges of brush, we don't want to get too far ahead of each other so that we're in the line of the shot. So having a good visual of everyone, making sure we know where they are is going to be imperative. All right, so clothing. I'm going to start from the bottom up. So we want to have really good boots, leather boots or rubber boots, depending on time of year and conditions. Socks. I want to have wool socks, something that's going to wick away moisture, sweat. If I do get wet feet, I don't want them to get cold and clammy. So some good socks like Darn Tough that we carry here, good choice. So moving up from that, depending on conditions, long underwear garments. So anything that's not cotton, lots of options out there. Not cotton, lots of options. So we want to have bottoms and tops, again, depending on conditions. Other than the long underwear bottoms, we want to have a pair of brush pants. So Filson makes a wax brush pants. They're tin pants. They're really awesome, super burly, really stiff. They're wax cotton. They're awesome. Um, Orvis has come out with these field pants. I own these. I like them a lot. I end up using these more in like winter camping and cross-country skiing or even snowshoeing because they're really sharp. So they're a lightweight micro fleece lined, reinforced knees and thighs. They do have gaiters or cuffs in the bottom so that they can go down over your boots, preventing snow and seeds and grass and other stuff from getting down inside your socks and inside your boots. Really cool design. They have a couple venting pockets on the side. They have a couple hand warming pockets on the front. They can accept a belt, which is nice. Really, really good quality. 2 butt pockets. And they are treated with a DWR, so they're water resistant, like a soft shell material would be. So again, really versatile pants. I like these ones, super comfortable. Okay, so now going up to the top, my base layer of choice is going to be one of these Orvis style quarter zip, long sleeve. They come with hoods or not. These are made out of poly material, so they wick away that moisture and sweat. They don't stink. Some of these are impregnated with a bug stopper technology or that SPF 50 sunblocking technology. So these are a pretty versatile shirt. If you've watched these videos, you'll see I wear a ton of these. So really, really good as a base layer here. So next from the base layer, I would have some sort of an insulating layer, whether it be a sweater, a vest, or this soft shell jacket that I've got on. I really dig this jacket. I have the same one in camo. Again, I'm a sucker for camo. It's stretchy. It's coated with that DWR water repellent technology. This one does have a hood. It's got a nice chest pocket. I like that it's not totally orange, so it's got green and gray and orange in it. It's just a sharp coat. I really dig it. So up from that, if it's going to be a really cold day, there's a loud motorcycle coming down the road. I apologize. So this is going to be an Orvis field coat. This is really awesome. It is waxed canvas, really, really heavy. It's got huge pockets where I can put shotgun shells, anything I'd like inside. It has some hand warming pockets that are fleece lined. It's got some reinforcement here on the shoulders for our shotgun stock, zipper and button, so it's really going to block the wind and it looks sharp. And then on the rear, it has a huge game pouch where I can throw those dead birds, those rabbits, whatever it may be. Really, really nice coat, really sharp, a little bit warm. So if you're doing a lot of walking, don't wear a ton underneath this jacket. So keep that in mind. All right, so now we are dressed. Now we've got to think about what we're going to carry all those other things in. So I usually will I will usually hike and then hunt larger game with a backpack because I can put anything I want in that backpack. We'll do another video on that, and then I'll do a description list of all the stuff that's in my pack. Vests are very popular for upland hunting. So we typically do a lot of walking, so we're going to be not wanting to lug around a ton of gear, but we need to keep the essentials. So the essentials are going to be our car keys, water, dog treats, whistles, training tools for your dog, whether it's electronic collar, clickers or whatever it may be, map, compass, depending on the terrain that we're going to be working on. You just want to have room for your stuff. So this is a pretty nice, lightweight, warm weather vest. So it's got a huge ambidextrous game pouch on the back. It's got some shotgun shell pockets down here. It has those little shotgun shell holders so that your shells can be ready to deploy pretty quickly. It has 2 pockets here and then some spots where we can put whistles, calls, anything else that we want on these vests. So really sharp. You can use this for trap, skeet, or sporting clays. Does not have to be upland hunting or rabbit hunting, but really cool. All right. The last thing I want to talk about today is going to be a really rugged, really robust, huge vest system, almost like a harness system, that's going to carry a ton of stuff for really long treks. If you're going to the Dakotas and you're going to be out all day long, this is going to be a really supportive, really comfortable way to carry a ton of stuff. So this is the Orvis Pro hunt vest. So this goes on like a tree stand harness would or a backpack would. So really, really good, thick padded straps, lots of places to put whistles and compasses and other things. It has a sternum strap, it has a waistband strap, and you can snug and adjust everything really nicely. So right off the belt, on either side of my belly button, I've got these 2 huge dump pouches which could have shotgun shells, pretty much anything and anything. Moving over to the back, this is where we would put dead birds. It comes with 2 water bottle pouches on either side. This flips up and we can put more gear here. This opens up, we can obviously put more gear here. And then on the inside of the game pouch, there's another zipper where we can then put more stuff and things. So lots of room for gear, really comfortable. It is adjustable. It's going to hold a ton of stuff. Really, really nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Keep track of your dogs, keep track of each other, know where we're going, know your bag limits, identify your species, all that good stuff. So if you need any of this stuff, or if you have questions about upland bird hunting, come in and see us. Keep your lines tight and shoot straight.